Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Matthew Pierce coming to you from A Love Awakening. How is everybody doing this morning? I'm glad to have you all with me this morning. Again, thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all of the information that you've been sending as far as topics you want to hear about, what's going on with A Love Awakening, and so on and so forth. So we love having you here. We love having this time available to be able to be with you. If I'm struggling a little bit this morning, I think my air conditioner went out. It's about 82 degrees in my apartment this morning, so we're going to have to give the office a call to find out what's going on, but that's okay. We can continue on. So you can check out our website at aloveawakening.com. You can check out our YouTube channel by doing the # A Love Awakening. And of course our Instagram, which is at loveawakening1122. So all of those ways to stay in touch with us. Plus we have our t-shirt shop. That's going like gangbusters. We posted some new things up there. Has some new artwork from a new artist. So make sure that you're checking up to see what's new and what's going on. So let's go ahead and jump right into the reading for today. Okay. So the first part of the first card that's coming up, and I switched decks again. I'm going back to the Universal Language of Light cards, and right that comes up first is separation. Okay, and stepping back from what's going on in your life, taking inventory, seeing what's happening. You know, just really taking a look to see what's working, what's not working. And that's really important this morning. And I think that there's going to be openings for communication today. So if there's something that you need to say, or if there's someone you need to say it to, that energy is definitely with you this morning. So when we're speaking from the throat chakra. So be authentic with your communication today, and everything will be fine. A lot of times we need to speak up. We need to take and make our voices heard. So this morning is a time to do that. This morning is a time to speak our voice and be our truth. So take that on this morning, okay? We also are seeing a lot of time to reflect, to be meditative, to kind of just calm ourselves down, but also speaking our truth. A lot of times, if we have something that is just gnawing at us, a lot of times we just need to get it out. Say it to someone else. So if you have that person in your life that you can take and talk to, and no judgment, and just get it out there, do that this morning, because that's going to be your clearing of your throat chakra, so you can get back to that peaceful state of creation, that peaceful state of what you want to manifest inside of this world. Sometimes it takes a little courage to say exactly what's there. So take that on this morning as far as taking and speaking your truth with authenticity. Now, we have, going into the noon hour, like the idea of new beginnings, okay? So today might present like a little bit of a challenge that you need to create something new around, okay? We are always creating. We are always manifesting. So today, the energy is there that there might be something new that comes up that you have to create something around. Now, you can manifest it directly. You can manifest it immediately, or it might be something that you have to take and do, like manifesting on a continual basis to keep the energy going. But the energy of new beginnings is happening this morning, going into the noon hour. So be all about recognizing that, and be ready to create and manifest from there. Okay, opening of the heart. Today is going to be a day that not only we're speaking our truth, but we're going to be speaking from the heart. So if you have communication that you need to make with someone that you kind of have some bad energy with, that's probably a time to do that today, during the lunchtime hour. So take that on, and just be mindful that that person might be going through some of the same thing that you're going through, We all have our issues. We all have those things that are going on in our lives. So just be mindful and just from your heart, speak today. Speak from your heart. Okay. The interesting thing is our journey doesn't end. Our journey continues on. Even though it might feel sometimes that we stop, we don't stop. We continue on. We continue manifesting and creating inside of this world. So always remember that. Your thoughts create things. So when you're thinking about those things, remember, it is going to be created. I always say this, look around you. Everything that you see around you, it was at one time a thought. And someone said, we need to do that. And then when it shows up, it's reality. So today, when you're taking part in your journey, okay, make some course corrections, steer your life how you want it to go. If it's not there, then it's not there yet, but keep manifesting, keep going, keep making the small little course corrections to get to where you want to be inside of your life today. Going into this afternoon, okay, we have a sense of completion. And so that means that if we've had tasks on our plate, that we need to get them crossed off and get them taken off and do the things that really that we need to do to manifest what we want in this lifetime. Today's the day to look at those tasks that we've kind of put on our list that again don't have much weight, but don't fit into our purpose for creating. So make sure that you're taking and you're readjusting your list to what fits into your purpose, and be truthful and authentic about it. Okay. If you need to get clarification, remember that communication energy is there this morning too. Call up a friend, get some clarification about where your life is and how it's going, and see if they have any advice for you going forward. So taking that on. When we assimilate information, okay, and we really take it on, it's going to be to our benefit. Okay. But I also feel that the assimilation card comes up because I think that the universe is telling us that when we're receiving downloads and we're receiving information from the universe, sometimes it will sit there until just the right time, and then it will reveal itself. So it's very important to understand that the universe gives us messages and gives us little thoughts that we need to be aware of so we can act upon them in the correct time. And it will give us access. And so if we assimilate those messages we're getting from the universe, it's going to give us, things to look at to help us along our journey and help us along our manifestation destinies. So make sure that when you're doing that. And like I said, I get downloads at night all the time. Sometimes I have to say, okay, universe, hold on a second. I can't take a download tonight. I need to really get some sleep. But then there are other times that I just get a flood of information. I have to get up, I have to write it out, I have to write it down, okay? So if you're doing that, the universe is giving you the information, it's giving you those downloads. So take those on to assimilate them and be ready to use them when you need to use them, okay? So one of the things going into this afternoon, this evening, okay, the card that's coming up is the kidneys. And now the kidneys are representative of anger, where we place our anger. And a lot of times when this card comes up, especially when I'm doing a reading for someone, I say you have to look out for your anger. You have to watch out for how you are portraying anger in your life. And a lot of times people say, I don't have anger. I'm not angry about anything. So I don't see how that card, is actually there. Well, anger is one of those things that's deep rooted. And sometimes it might not be apparent right on the surface that you're angry about something. So one of the keys to look for anger in your life are where are those times that you have a really short fuse. That when someone says something, it triggers you, okay? I mean, I can tell you 4 or 5 triggers, right off the bat that, get me going, okay? Well, those pieces of anger that in your life are rooted in something deeper. Something happened in your life that caused you to hold on to that piece of energy and to keep it with you, Now, a lot of times, don't get me wrong, it is protection. It will come back up so you don't get into the same situation again. But you have to understand that if we hold on to that, we repeat the same energetic patterns over and over and over again, and that's going to impede everything that we're doing in our life as far as spirituality. Going forward, becoming more enlightened, creating and manifesting. So watch out for those little places in your life where anger might be there. If someone presses your buttons, you're going to understand and know where anger is coming from. So work through it. So understand that the root anger actually is rooted in love. Because if you get angry at something, if you get, and you are just balled up, angry, it actually is rooted in love. You care about something so much and it's not happening that you get angry. And just recently I had this emotion. Something happened, my friend left, and I got angry. I was angry, but I found out the root of my anger was love, because I love that person so much. And it pissed me off that he left. But that right there is a lesson in and of itself. If you find out where your anger is, you can definitely get back to the love. And isn't that the message that A Love Awakening is bringing to you? A message of love, a message that you can have the life you love, that you can have a life full of bliss. So look out for anger. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it helps you really, really locate what's going on in your life. Okay? When we have that feeling of we don't know where to go, sometimes we'll get that feeling of just reaching into the unknown, going where no man or no person has gone before, So when we are looking at creating new things in our life, don't be afraid to just jump in. The universe has a safety net, okay? It will provide for you. Sometimes taking things on blind faith and just stepping forward is the first step to something wonderful. So this evening, taking that on, what's that next step that you want to take inside of your manifestation? Keep working on yourself. Keep taking and discovering yourself, because when you're at peace with yourself and you're happy and your thoughts are aligned and you're at that higher vibration, that's where you manifest so greatly. So keep going with that. A lot of times we have questions that we don't get answered right away. So maybe make a questions journal and write down your questions about what you're creating and what you're manifesting. Because your questions can actually give you clarity on why you're creating what you're creating. Okay? Now, I want you to caution you about this. We have to be very authentic with ourselves. So we have to ask ourselves, why are we creating this? Why are we manifesting the life that we're living in? What was there that created the situations that are now coming up inside of our lives? So we have to be honest and we have to be authentic with ourselves about why we're creating the things that we're creating. So that's going this evening, okay? Flexibility is the card that's coming up. Being flexible, understanding that, if you're flexible, when you bend, you're not going to break. So take that on today. So thank you so much for joining us this morning for the energy forecast for the day. I hope that gives you a little something to go on to manifest your day and create your day the way that you want it to go, and gives you a little bit of inspiration on creating those things in your life that you absolutely love. So again, my name is Matthew. I'm from A Love Awakening. You can check out our website at aloveawakening.com. You can check out our t-shirt shop, which is doing great. You can check out us on YouTube, just hashtag A Love Awakening. And of course, Instagram is at loveawakening1122. So as always, I love you, Lisa loves you, A Love Awakening loves you, and so you should love you.